Did it seem important to you to actually succeed in America, even when you were that young, or was it more like, this is bigger than we ever imagined, so let's just enjoy it?
We really liked the idea of doing well in America. At that point, we didn't suffer from the sort of cultural disdain that seemed to permeate a lot of the UK punk bands. They just arrived in New York, played a couple of shows, insulted a lot of radio DJs and other people in the music business, and went home and thought they had kind of been to America,
Right.
done it.
Right.
And we arrived. We were hungry to see all the different parts of the country, and I guess without that attitude, we just started to win people over, and then it just got really exciting because we thought, wow, our music, which is definitely Irish, but influenced by the UK and this sort of European, it started to actually connect.
Was there an example of something there that really struck you as worlds colliding?
In the case of one show in Boston, we were second on the bill to a band who at the time were a well kind of regarded up and coming Boston band called Beruga.
Okay.
So we went on at 7 o'clock, did our 40-minute set, and the place went nuts. We thought, wow, this is amazing. The Beruga audience are clearly a very generous crowd. So we went back to the dressing room, and we all wandered down later to see the headline act. We got down there, and everyone had gone. And we realized that even though we were second on the bill, everyone had come to see U2. So it was such a surprise to us. We'd never played in Boston before. What we discovered was that the subculture was alive and well in the kind of college radio scene.
Right.
So there were little moments like that where you suddenly, what's going on? This is weird, but great. And when we finally got to play Red Rocks, that was another one of those moments where it felt like a real watershed.
Yeah.
That's actually an amazing story, because with everything about U2, we always doubled down with everything. There was never any safety net with us. It was so we'd made a little money on the tour, so what are we going to do? Let's invest it in a tour, like a live concert film. So we get to Red Rocks, and it's an outdoor venue, as you know, but it's up in the mountains, quite high up, and the weather has gone against us, and all these clouds are moving in, and it's starting to rain, and rain pretty badly. All the camera crews are sort of hiding under cover, and our promoter's saying, I have to cancel the show. We'll put it on in 3 weeks' time or whatever. And we're like, no, you don't understand. We have to perform. We got this live film to shoot, and about 2 hours or 3 hours before we were due to go on, and a few people were starting to show up. The weather started to get a bit better. So the point of stopping raining, it was still like walking into a huge cloud, but we announced on radio we're going ahead with the show. It turned out to be one of the legendary U2 shows.
Yeah, but it's funny hearing that story and knowing that what the stakes were for you guys.
Yeah, we would have been broke, and none of it was planned. I mean, even the white flag that became such a big symbol of that tour was just something Bono grabbed out of the audience initially, and afterwards we went, well, that was kind of good. Maybe we should feed that into the show more often. And next thing, it's kind of, we actually started to make these flagpoles, and I mean, we got so much stick for that, but I think as a symbol it really was potent. It summed up sort of our attitude at that time, and it was a little gauche, probably a little OTT, but that's who we were. We were that committed, we were that passionate about it, and the one thing we never suffered from, I suppose, was a debilitating sense of cool.
No. Yeah,
we
but it
were
also
willing to
sounds
go
like-
out there and be as uncool as was required, as long as it felt right, as long as we believed it.